right now it is a full blue moon in Sagittarius. So, with that being said, this is going to be a timeless reading. But we're going to use that as the theme. Full moons are often, they're all about culmination and release. A blue moon in astrology, I don't know exactly what that is said to bring in somebody's life. I imagine it's just a much more potent version of a regular full moon. Sagittarius is all about adventure. It's also about philosophy and higher learning. But I've also come to learn that Sagittarian people tend to be the drama. They're in the drama, which I think is weird. Oh, that reminds me. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I wanted to get this because we're talking about drama. Why not, right? Dang. Hold on. Okay, that's enough with the cuts. But I just wanted to look up really quickly, just what a full blue moon really does mean astrologically. And the emphasis there is just that the lessons from the last full moon are being emphasized here. And in general, I just want to focus on what it is that you're releasing, because that's what full moons are all about. They're about releasing. They're about letting go. And with this being in Sagittarius, which from my understanding so far, as someone who's still learning, is focused on authenticity, focused on adventure, on living a full life, philosophy, higher truths, things like that. So even if you're not watching this at the time when this video is posted, those themes may be important for you, even in a subconscious way. Yeah, that's enough yapping. Let's get into it. So we're gonna start with, what are you releasing at this time? I don't usually split my deck like this, but I kind of just change it up every time I go, so. Whoa, that was an ugly shuffle. Alright, what is it you're releasing? So much shifting around, so much movement. So you might, at this time, be kind of feeling like you can't get comfortable, or something keeps moving around. Like maybe your stance on a relationship, or your position in a job, or something in your life might be just constantly moving around, and it's like once you finally start getting settled, it changes again. That might be a theme for somebody. What are you releasing? 5 of Pentacles. Money troubles. Ace of Pentacles, releasing truth. Eight of Swords. Oh, Ace of Swords, by the way, not Ace of Pentacles. See, I'm like all over. I mean, sometimes I am, but like, it's noticeable. So with this, but you're releasing. You have the Five of Pentacles. Such beautiful art, by the way. Ace of Swords. And Eight of Swords reversed. That's the deck I'm using. So yeah, I'm definitely seeing that you're releasing this sense of having to grasp for straws here. With this Five of Pentacles, let me see. Let's get a deeper look into this. Yeah, troubles, rejection. The Five of Pentacles to me has always been this energy of depletion, of lack. That's what it is. But in this card, it's like you see somebody kind of begging. They're begging at this sort of chapel stained glass window here. They're asking for more, you know? Not even asking for more, they're asking for anything. And there's a difference there. When you're asking for just anything, you're at a point where you feel desperate and you feel like you couldn't ever imagine getting what you dream of. So it's like you're willing to just settle for just even a little bit, just 2% of it, you know? When you fully can and will get that 100%, so long as you allow yourself to. You're releasing this energy. There's no more begging for bare minimum. There's no more desperation here. With the Ace of Swords, communication, truth, you're releasing some sort of truth. And this can come in the form of literal communication for you, but it can also come in the form of accepting something, understanding how you actually feel about a situation, a person, a position, a job, whatever. Ace of Swords is clarity as well. And then followed by this Eight of Swords reversed, you are releasing from... Oh, so you may even be kind of seeing lately how you may be seeing the role that you kind of have played thus far. Maybe you've fallen into victimhood, or maybe you've found or come to realize ways that you can perpetuate certain situations. If you find yourself in friendships where they keep doing something that depletes you somehow, but then you're starting to recognize the role you play, where you keep feeding into it, or you keep responding, or keep letting those types of people in. You may be having a realization about that. This Eight of Swords is self-imprisonment, and in reverse, you're getting out of that now. Let's get deeper here. Yeah, trapped, powerless. You're releasing victimhood, but you're also releasing, because this isn't about blaming yourself. This isn't about being hard on yourself or anything like that. It's about realizing, being honest with yourself, letting go of those things, and ultimately moving forward. Let's get some more here. Let's see if we can catch some details. I want to know, what is it that you were feeling sort of depleted about, or what slice of life were you feeling impoverished? Is that a word? Poverty mindset, I guess. I'm curious to know. What is this Five of Pentacles, Spirit? Kissing ass, are you kidding? And I was just talking about being in a kind of situation where you keep letting like these bad friends in, you keep, you know. Unbothered. Yeah, you're going from ass kisser to being unbothered. And I love that. Sometimes I'm hearing that moving on, thank you, next. I'm hearing that clip from Nicki Minaj, rest in peace Nicki Minaj. But that clip where she's like, oh, so you want me to be the bad guy, you know? And it's like, okay, well now I'm gonna be the bad guy. Yes, that is correct. Oh, stop, my purse scared me. That is lovely energy. So that is just further confirmation for you. I'm not going to get too deeply into this. What I want to know now is, this is what you're releasing. Let's look into what is the challenge with this. Because with release, there's always some sort of challenge. What's making you feel like it's very difficult? Or what may be making you feel difficult? Five of Cups. So it's like, when it's kind of this feeling of just, it's kind of like this disappointment. Five of Cups is just, you don't want to leave, and you don't, it's kind of this grief type of feeling. It always has been this grief feeling. It's like when you have to cut off a friendship, or you have to break it off with a lover or something, but you don't want to. It's just that you know that both of you would be better off. Let's get a little deeper with this. Yeah, grief and disappointment, yeah. Yeah, it's just, the challenge here is the fact that you have to let it go. You can still feel so attached. You can still feel so connected to it. Okay, so what is going to make it worth it, though, in the end? I don't know how people, like, shuffle their cards, like, long ways. Never understood that. I'm jealous. What's gonna make it feel worth it for you? Death. And the Hierophant reversed. So death, transformation, rebirth, Phoenix rising from the ashes. I got this card just recently in a different reading I did on my TikTok. I'm seeing this, I think this is supposed to be a moon behind Lady Death here, but I'm seeing it with how, like, it's radiating, and how she's holding this little bird so gently. She's holding this gentle little life. I'm seeing it as sort of new life. You know, when an old version of you dies away, a new version of you is being born. That's literally rebirth. Hierophant in reversed is coming, you're breaking away from the rules and regulations. 1313, as I said that, you're breaking away from the rules and regulations of something, the expectations of something. You're breaking out of, like, the manual script or whatever. The Hierophant is a religious leader, but it also represents the strictness that comes with that. the rules that you have to follow within that structure. So being in reversed, you're breaking out of that, you're rebelling against it. Something that it's going to make you feel free in the end here. What's interesting is I'm seeing the Three of Cups reversed on the bottom of the deck. But it's funny because I'm looking at how it's reversed. And even though all of these cups are upside down, the liquid's not falling out. It's all still going, it's all defying gravity. It's going upwards. It's going back to whatever source it's coming from. It's all coming back to you. In dropping these connections, because this is very connection-based cups, in dropping these connections that were not serving you, that were stifling your authenticity, stifling your ability to live freely, all of the energy that has seeped out of you is coming back. It's coming back home, which is very beautiful. So yes, at the time, right now, it may hurt. It may feel so disappointing. You may just be dealing with the grief of it all, ending a relationship or leaving behind some sort of group. But ultimately, you're finding your freedom. It's like you can breathe again. Very beautiful. So we have what you're releasing. We have the challenges in that, and then what makes it worth it. So what's going to help you along? I want to know. Seven of Wands and Page of Swords. Let's get some more cards. What's helping you along this journey? Oh gosh. The Lovers reversed, okay? I'm hearing discord. Wow, big energy. I'm hearing discord. Ah, oh, this is an old song. I forgot who even... It's like an old My Little Pony song from YouTube from like 2000 and something. It's like, Discord, I'm howling at the moon. Na, 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 na. Man, that's an old song. That's from middle school, Maddie. Anyway. Ironically, I'm getting that from this reversed Lovers card. The discord, the disharmony would be something that helps in pushing you along. You know, sometimes you just gotta light that fire under your ass. And that's what this is. Seven of Wands. I want to say that is you standing up for yourself or standing your ground in something, not changing your mind. But with this Page of Swords, well, sorry, I don't have my glasses. Honest and insightful. Man, I gotta get my glasses. Hold on. So many pauses. I'm back. So, what's helping you along in this journey? I'm seeing that, yes, you are standing your ground. What helps you along is standing firm in your decisions here. You're making insightful decisions. You're definitely, observation, honesty. Those are highlights here. And you're standing strong in those observations. We have the Seven of Cups following that, Lovers reversed, and then the World, and then Knight of Wands reversed. So I'm seeing that through these observations, what you are observing here is the disharmony. What you are observing is, and perhaps you're even realizing it. Maybe it's like up until this point where you're watching this video, maybe it's like you've had little moments of where you'll have a ping of, I don't like this. This can't last, can it? You know, but it's like one of those things where you just kind of push it off because it's like you just can't even deal with that right now. And now it's all coming up here in this reading. I'm not seeing that it's being like shoved down, but you may have been experiencing it. That could be a confirmation for somebody. But within these observations of all of that disharmony, of all of the misalignment, and realizing it, observing it, storing it away, and standing your ground, not letting the influences of others change your mind on that. That's you standing your ground against illusion here. Standing your ground against things that are trying to seem good for you when they're not. The world is a major arcana. It's the end of something. It's the full circle moment. I'm seeing this mirror the Magician in a way. I don't know what the Magician card looks like from this deck off the top of my head. I'm just noticing she has all of the elements. She has one hand raised to the sky and the other, you know. I think that's very interesting that this closure for you, this closure that you've observed and come to understand and that you're sticking to, it's also empowering you to be able to make the right decision for yourself. Man. Okay, no need to rush. Let's feel rushed. This Knight of Wands off to the side, though, is just kind of like throwing me. I'm gonna move you for a second so I can read the actual book that this came from. Don't fall. Okay. Goodness gracious. I'm a mess, aren't I? Delays, obstacles, a reminder. The way that this card fell out in reverse, it came out separate from these 5 main cards. So it kind of just feels like, it honestly feels like this is more of a reaction to you rather than you yourself. However, the Knight of Wands can stop. Oh, I'm in my living room, which is connected to the kitchen, and like, you know, at night when fridges, like refrigerators, decide to make the scariest noises for no reason. Anyway, so as I was saying, the Knight of Wands is connected to this Knight of Wands reversed is connected to this frustrating feeling of like, I'm so ready, I'm passionate, I'm inspired, I want to go now, I want to go, but you can't. Something's being held back. Something's 23. When I say that, something's being held back. Progress is being delayed, and it's just so frustrating. It's like, I want to do this, and I want to go now, but it's not letting you. with whatever reason, you're not able to. And I feel like that could be others' reactions to you cutting off your energy, cutting off that supply that they had. So it's very interesting for sure. I'm feeling like this kind of distant worry, and it's kind of hard to explain. So maybe you're feeling all of these, or maybe just multiple people are watching it and everyone's feeling something different, but I'm feeling like this kind of energy of like worrying about what somebody will think of you, but then there's this other like feeling of worrying about like the FOMO that you'll experience when you cut a friend off. And then, you know, it's like I'm getting like bits and pieces of different people and how they're feeling. So that might be something that you've been experiencing. I want to see what is... Oh. If this is something that's coming to an end for you, we'll close this out because we're getting to 25 minutes, but if this is something coming to an end for you, then what do you have to look forward to? I mean, we already have what makes it worth it. So I guess, what's your next new beginning? Let's do Oracle. I think I'm gonna cut the video off. I just got Divination Abuser. But we had Spiritual Hater, Always Partying, and Divination Abuser. I honestly think that's for me. I think it's Spirit saying, cut it, it's time to go to bed. But this was a pretty full reading, so hopefully it helped. If it resonated, give me a like, give me a comment. I also have TikTok, same username, but jolie.laid. Yeah, have a wonderful night or day. I'll see you next time.